Can you tell this is the first time I've looked at myself today? New mom life. Okay, I am sitting here with my very asleep baby, and I have tried to film this video, and the perfectionist in me always found a reason not to, whether this cold sore was bothering me, or I hadn't showered in 3 days, or she was awake and crying, or she was peacefully asleep and perfect and I didn't want to take away from that moment, or I was moving across the country from Phoenix to New York. There were a myriad of reasons why this video has taken as long as it's taken to get filmed, but here we are. It is a lovely day in June, and I'm sitting out on a patio with my almost 4-month-old daughter, and I wanted to make a video. I've been wanting to make a video. I have a list a mile long in my notes app of video ideas that I would like to create, and just starting is where I'm at. So I wanted to share just an update on where I've been, because it's been a minute since I last was on this channel, and I'd like to open the door again to making content really consistently, and who knows if that's aspirational or if this is the push that I needed, but if you can throw a hoot and holler in the comments to cheer me on to keep coming back. You guys, like, interacting with you is what excites me about making content at all. So if I can hear from you, that would really mean a lot. But so, where the fuck have I been? So I filmed a video. I filmed a lot of videos actually that have never been edited, that are just sitting in a folder in my Google Drive and in my phone, because the beautifully produced and edited, also pardon the cars going by, I do live in New York now and we got traffic. So I had an editor. I loved my editor, and that was one of the reasons why I was able to produce a lot of consistent content at the end of last year, in 2022. But she quit rather suddenly because of her own personal reasons, and she had some mental health stuff that she needed to deal with, and she needed to cut back on clients, and sadly I was kind of a heavy hitter in her schedule. I required a lot of her time, so she kind of cut me, which is really shitty, because I really loved working with her, and she produced amazing videos, which if you haven't watched any of those videos, I highly recommend go watching them because she's really good at what she does. But I was left without an editor kind of in the midst of a lot going on. I was entering my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. I was running a group program and a full life coaching practice, and like preparing for maternity leave, preparing for a baby to be here. A lot was going on in life, and for my editor to kind of up and quit, it was a lot. And so my assistant and I looked for an editor, and like within my price range and who had the style that I was, hoping to maintain, and we interviewed so many people and got so many applicants, and none of them worked out, whether it was a me thing or a them thing. It just all kind of came to a head, and by the time I was really about to fully take off maternity leave, I just gave up the search, and my plan was to edit myself, and we saw how far that went.
So you're stuck with me editing.
So I actually filmed videos. I did some major DIY work in my house, which I filmed some of, and others I just have like random clips, and like, I don't know if I'll ever make a video going back to those projects. I would love to do interior design videos to share my process and like the work that I do, because I've been told that my taste in interior design and the projects that I take on and the vision that I create for home spaces is pretty cool. So I'd love to share that with you. But so I have interior design videos, I have coaching videos, I have 3rd trimester update video, all that kind of stuff filmed. And I may or may not ever post that, but the point being, I was filming and hoping to find an editor when very suddenly, towards the end of January, earlier than I was anticipating, because as most of you probably know, your first time pregnancy, a lot of people tell you prepare to be late, just prepare for your baby to be in you a long time. She came early. Well, not by her own choice though. So I think I've shared already on this channel that I was planning to have a hypnobirthing, unmedicated birth in a birth center. I also shared extensively about not only my hypnobirthing process and like my birth plan. I also, if you want a really in-depth discussion about my birth experience and my postpartum experience, I have a podcast with my best friend called Dog Moms Do Business. I'll link it up here somewhere, I think, for you to head over and watch after this or listen to after this. But for now, for those of you sitting here in this moment, my birth experience was
not what I was expecting.
and I think everything in my life coach training and my personal development, I had to use every tool that I had to get through the last several months. It is now June, and this happened in January. So I have been unpacking not only a life-changing experience of becoming a parent, but going through a traumatic birth experience, and I almost died in the hospital after birth. It's been a lot this year. So yeah, I'm really excited to make some videos for you all, not only about my personal experience and just sharing like when I was pregnant and looking up birth experiences and just trying to learn more about pregnancy and childbirth and postpartum and all of these kind of unknowns where I don't know why it's so unknown to women how this process goes, because it's literally how life is created. But I found value in sharing and listening to other people's stories. Granted, obviously a lot of us want to veer towards positive birth experiences, and I cannot say fully honestly that I had a very positive birth experience. I did, however, have the ability to reframe my very difficult experience and find positives in it and find opportunities to grow as a person. For now, I'm just going to keep this brief, because if you're really, really hungry for story time, go over to my podcast. You can find all of the stories over there. But I do plan to make some videos about, I don't know if you can see, Grace is waking up, but world, please meet my daughter, Grace Lindsay Garino. She is absolutely the most incredible human being. And I don't know if you can tell, but she's actually the cutest person that's ever existed. Say hello, everybody. Hi. So I'm gonna go take care of this nugget who just woke up from her nap. And you're in a basket, by the way. This is my very advanced tripod. But here we are. I have a video out in the world finally. And I have a ton of topics that I'd love to share about. I may just make a little card here on the screen with ideas, and just comment with whatever one sticks out to you, because I want to make content that people will talk to me about, and that resonates with you all. And I've got a ton of ideas. So let me know which ones stand out to you. And I can't wait to introduce you to Grace even more and catch you up on all the things that have been going on. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you are enjoying a beautiful end of spring, start of summer, and I will see more of you very soon. All right, bye. What's it called? So personal growth as a person. Personal growth as a person. I'm telling you, mom brain is going to be a thing. I don't know how I'm ever going to remember any words ever.